This morning I mentioned that Netflix announced a 10 for 1 stock split. But what does that mean and why should you care? You can kind of think of a stock split like slicing a pizza. If you cut a pizza into more pieces, you don't have more pizza, you just have smaller pieces. So, for example, imagine you own one share of a company and that share is worth $1,000. Now the company decides to do a 10 for 1 stock split. That means for every one share you own, you now have 10. So instead of one share worth $1,000, you now have 10 shares, each worth $100. But the total value you own hasn't changed. You still own $1,000 worth of that stock. So it's kind of like the difference between having a single $100 bill versus 10 $10 bills. Now, companies do this for a couple of reasons. The first reason is psychology. A lower price makes their stock look more affordable and therefore more attractive to everyday investors. A $1,000 stock might feel out of reach for some, but a $100 stock, much easier to buy. The second reason is improved liquidity and trading volume. So more shares at a lower price can increase trading activity. Even institutions that trade in large blocks may prefer tighter bid-ask spreads, which often improve when a stock's nominal price comes down. The third reason, index and fund considerations. So some indices or mutual funds have mechanical or psychological constraints against adding super high price stocks. Splitting can make inclusion easier or help maintain a balanced weighting. So think of how Apple split before joining the Dow in 2015. The fourth reason, for companies who include shares as part of employee compensation, it also may make that process easier, and being able to provide a larger number of shares often makes the stock grant feel more meaningful to the employee. So again, psychology. To wrap it up, stock splits don't change the company's value or your ownership percentage. It's purely cosmetic. So next time you hear 10 for 1 stock split, just know it's the same pizza, just more slices and easier to share.